The topic is transistor biasing. What do you mean by transistor biasing? The process of applying a DC voltage across the transistor terminals is called transistor biasing. Now, you take a transistor. That is a NPN transistor. This is a NPN transistor. There are two junctions in a transistor. One is emitter base junction. This one. And the second one is called collector base junction. Depending on the combination of biasing of these junctions, emitter base and collector base junctions, the transistor can be used either as an amplifier or on switch or off switch. Say emitter base junction and collector base junction, both are say reverse bias. Both are reverse bias. Transistor will act as an off switch. Both are forward biased. Transistor will act as on switch. If emitter base junction is forward bias and collector base junction is reverse bias, then the transistor will be used in amplification. So it acts as an amplifier. So for the proper working of a transistor, we need to bias the two diodes. How to bias the two diodes is we have to apply the voltage across the terminals, that is emitter, base and collector terminals of a transistor. So this is called as biasing. Now when you bias any transistor, there will be output current and output voltage will be set. So normally we take a common emitter configuration and explain the transistor biasing. In a common emitter configuration, emitter is common for both input section as well as output section. Input current is the base current. Output current is the collector current. Output voltage is collector to emitter voltage, that is VCE. Now there are different types of biasing. One is called base bias. This is also called as fixed bias. Second one is called collector to base feedback bias or collector to base bias. And third one is called voltage divider bias. Now we are going to discuss about base bias. What is a base bias? See, there is a transistor, NPN transistor, which is used in common emitter configuration. This is the circuit diagram of a base bias. This is plus VCC. This is called the collector resistor RC, and this is the base resistor RB, and this is a NPN transistor. Now here plus VCC is applied to the collector resistor. So this means plus VCC is applied here and negative of the VCC is applied to ground. So that means it is something like this. Yeah, it is like this. This is the connection, and simply we write like this. Now this is called as a base bias, wherein this is the collector current, output current, that is the collector current, and this is the input current, that is the base current, and this is the output voltage, that is collector to emitter voltage, VCE. Now in this case we want to calculate what is the value of IC and VCE. So how to calculate the value of IC? So first we calculate the value of IB. How you calculate the value of IB? Say this is VBE. this voltage VB, that is the voltage between base and emitter, that is called VBE. Now in terms of VBE and VCC, what is the value of IB? You apply Ohm's law. The voltage here is VCC, the voltage here is VBE, therefore the current through RB, that is IB, that is equal to potential difference, that is VCC minus VBE divided by RB. Now from this, if you know the base current or the input current, how to calculate the output current? That is IC, that is equal to beta times IB. Therefore, IC from this is beta into IB, you substitute this value, VCC minus VBE divided by RB. So this is the output current or the collector current. Next objective is to calculate the output voltage, that is VCE. So to calculate the output voltage, apply KVL to the output loop. Apply KVL. So this is VCC, actually. This and this is one and the same. VCC equal to this voltage, that is IC into RC, plus this voltage, that is VCE. So therefore, from this we can calculate VCE, that is equal to VCC minus IC into RC. So this is the expression for the output voltage, that is the collector to emitter voltage. Now the disadvantage of this is, suppose IC varies due to the excess use of this biasing circuit. Let us say IC is flowing. When IC is flowing, the temperature will increase. Due to the temperature, again IC will increase, because you know the collector current, that is nothing but the current due to the majority charge carriers, that is beta into IB, plus 1 plus beta into ICBO, that is ICBO is the current due to the minority charge carriers. So when the temperature increases, IC also will increase. So that means the collector current will increase. So there is no way to control the collector current. So collector current will keep on increasing, and that increase in the collector current will again increase the temperature, and due to the excess amount of current flowing through the transistor will spoil. So this is the disadvantage of this base bias. So therefore normally we are not using this base bias circuit.